Hello foodies, this is Tony. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a review of a recent dinner I had at Sun Sui Wah Restaurant located at 3888 Main Street in Vancouver. I was interested in going to this place because I was very confused why they did not actually get recommended by Michelin in the latest Vancouver guide. They're pretty well known as a pretty decent and long-standing Chinese restaurant among at least the Chinese community. And so I wanted to go and take a look. They are known for things like this, the Alaska king crab, which is in season. I'm sorry I don't have the prices because this was in a private room and it was a dinner that was arranged by one person that I know, and we all chipped in for it, but I don't have the exact price of each thing. But it wasn't ridiculous in terms of the price for each person, but it was a really good meal. Started off with a suckling pig, or I guess you could call it Iberico pork pig. It's kind of a small pig, so it was actually very tasty. Skin was crispy, had a little bit more meat on it, so it was quite good actually, and we all enjoyed it. And we had 14 people on the table, but it was plenty for all of us. Next was a soup, and it was squash soup. I'll show you all the meat that was inside, which is kind of taken out and served as an additional dish. So this was good. It was kind of sweet because of the squash and kind of light. So I almost had some medicinal kind of characteristic. It probably put in some Chinese kind of herbs. It seems healthy, so because of that medicinal taste, so I enjoyed it. Nice and light. This is the nice stuff that actually makes up the soup, and a lot of people like to eat the meat because it's nice and tender. I'm not a big fan of it. It's kind of bland to me, but that's, some people really enjoy that as an additional dish. This is the Alaskan king crab that we had. That was pictured in the beginning of this video. Is about 9.5 pounds, and actually it's not Alaska king crab because it comes from Norway, but it was tasty, and it has garlic on top, but it was really nice and really fresh. Next is a squab dish. Beautiful presentation, and all the dishes were beautifully presented. I thought service was exceptional. Now it could be that we were in a VIP room, but actually the service was great and really friendly. So again, I'm a little confused why they didn't get recommended under Michelin. I hope they do in the next one because they are very popular in the Chinese market. This was good. I've had better squab. I thought it was a little bit on the dry side, but again, not. It was still very tasty, so it was good. This is a second dish that uses the king crab. So this is with some of the pieces of the king crab, maybe more towards the meatier portions of the leg. And underneath there is some noodles, and I'll show that on the next picture. Nice touch to have a little bit of noodles underneath the crab. It soaks up all the seafood flavors and also all the sauces to make the crab. So I really enjoyed that part. Next is the Ling cod, done two ways. One kind of poached and the other one fried. The fried is got a little bit of spice on it, not very much, with some vegetables. Beautiful dish. The fish was okay. I thought it was, again, a little bit slightly on the dry side, but not ridiculous, let's put it that way. It was still good, but I wouldn't say it's exceptional, where some of the other dishes that I haven't mentioned, they were better than average, I would say. This is the third use of the king crab, using the head and then putting a kind of a Portuguese or Macau style rice with some of the crab inside. Really delicious dish. I love this, so I thought this was a real winner. Food keeps rolling in. This is a beef dish with some green pepper and some Brussels sprouts. So again, nice dish. Thought the beef was nice and tender, and the vegetables were sautéed very nicely. This is quite a unique dessert dish. So the things that look like corn, that's just a mold of mango pudding. So that's kind of neat in terms of for the viewing pleasure. That's beautiful. And then the thing on top is kind of, it's hard to describe what it is. It's almost like a I guess a naan or a taco, deep fried, and but you put kind of syrup and then coconut on top, nice and light and airy. It is a traditional Chinese dessert, and again, it's kind of neat that they had this. Again, very traditional and old school, so it's not really done in very many places. So nice design and a kind of a neat ending to the meal. Last is the tapioca pudding with a red bean filling. Again, this is a traditional dessert. It doesn't sound that great to people that don't eat Chinese desserts, but it's actually delicious. And these are very traditional Chinese desserts. I know Chinese are not known for their best desserts, but I like this. This was like spectacular, and I've had this in many other restaurants in Vancouver. I thought this was probably one of the best I've had. So all in all, very good meal, good service. Again, confused why they weren't rated in Michelin, so I hope they will get a recommended rating next year, because they are a very popular restaurant, and at least on the meals that I've eaten there, I've thought they're very consistent in terms of the food quality, not to a 1-star Michelin level, but I think they deserve to be recommended, and anyone who visits Vancouver would have a very pleasant meal there. Until next time, happy eating.